And what is your opinion on agent today, after the pandemic is over, after everything is kind of like settling down right now? There is no craziness around us. How do you approach your agents to come back to the office, to be productive, to be with people?
It's a good question, Lucy, and it gets talked about so often because during the pandemic, as we know, we were all at home. We were all stuck at home. And then when we could come in, we did, and we absolutely required our employees to come in, and then they became full-time because you need to be in person. Agents, you can't demand that they come in, right? But we're encouraging that more and more, and having meetings, because I think you can't build culture via Zoom. You can't, there's something about being together with people, sharing food, I think is a big thing. Talking, looking in somebody's eyes and seeing, how are you doing? You doing okay? What's going on? That's what we do. So we've encouraged agents to come into the office, talk about what you're doing, what you're selling, what you're seeing. It goes really far. And so I think in our business, it's important to do that. I know some businesses, maybe you don't need to come in the office, but I think for what we do, which is high touch and relationship driven, I think coming into the office is paramount to your success. So I encourage people to come in. Not always, but when you can, because when you're also dressed like a professional, think about it in your own life. On the weekends, when you're in your workout clothes or your pajamas, you're not the same as when you're dressed as a professional. You kind of take on a different mindset. And I think that's for agents too. So I just encourage it. I can't force them, but I love seeing agents in the office. It makes me happy to see people. How are you? How are your kids? What's going on? And, we connect with each other. That's how we build together, right?
And also, you stop by the coffee machine and you start talking about what happened yesterday. You might be frustrated with your client, and then you kind of like spilling it out, and someone is listening to you and sharing their experiences. And then suddenly you all feel great, both of you.
Well, also think about this. I mean, agents, when they're in the office together talking, they say, well, my open house, I had this or I had that. And it's helpful. You're learning. All that information helps you, because that information makes you smarter. Then you can talk to your buyers and sellers. And I think coming together and doing that is meaningful in what we do as real estate professionals.
Or maybe they discussed some new marketing tools and they're talking about, what, I did something different for this particular listing, and you know what? It was great success.
Or they may be complaining together, because that's what a lot of us, sometimes when you get together too, you like to, because we are entering what I call a lumpy real estate market, which means it's a little bit more challenging